Nitro Kid 98 here today, guys. We got the motor on the stand, mostly put together. Right now it's sitting with an OBX intake manifold on it. I don't think that's actually going to be a part of the build. I went on one of the Facebook pages, basically buying up just about everyone I could find. There's another one at the house. There's the only two that I could wind up getting my hands on. They both have their problems. This one right here, I'm about to show you in just a second. But I just kind of got everything mocked up and fixing to go ahead and put it in time. That's why the belt's just sitting on there kind of slack. Just checking everything over, make sure everything's good. Clean up a couple things. We're probably going to pop the alternator off and not run it. It's got some overspray, and we're actually sprayed the other OBX while it was on it. Just kind of goofing off. It had all the chrome peeling. This right here got a couple bad spots on it. The worst spot, and the reason that we're not actually running this right now, they ported it, but they did a very horrible job. As you can see, the runners inside are fixed up, and they're fixed up very nice, very well done, except that back one where I guess they couldn't get to. I don't know if that phone's going to focus. If you can see the very back runner right there above my fingernail, it's not ported very well. But the problem, the throttle body actually will fit on this fine and seal, but they tapped it out for these bigger bolts, and they won't fit through anything that I have at this moment. I've got a stocker throttle body up here, guys. Excuse the shop, it's a mess. I really hardly ever get a chance to get down here and do anything, so I haven't had a chance to clean it. I'm going to take the stocker and probably bore these factory holes out and just see what I can do. He's actually in the process of sending me the throttle body that's going to work with this manifold and that he used with it. But, and it's a 58 millimeter, and these are just stockers. I can't remember what they are. They're 40-something millimeters, I believe, high 40s. But, we're going to attempt to run this at some point. I don't think I'm going to bother with it right now at this time. Other than that, it seems to be really clean. I have no other issues with it. But what we're about to do here in just a little bit, we're going to go ahead and change all the sensors from the glow shift. Well, this actually isn't a sensor. Change these two sensors from the glow shift gauge sensors to the, just I guess the Dragon Gauge eBay brand gauges. We're going to give these a shot. Considering I'm drag racing this, I'm honestly probably going to change that gauge brand. I'm going to run them just a little bit for a review. Take it with my manual gauge, oil pressure wise, and check it and just see what we get. We got everything kind of mocked up a little bit. This stuff right here is not mocked up. I just kind of put it on there to take a picture to put on the Nitro Kid 98 Facebook page. We're going to have to repaint the valve cover. I'm going to go get it powder coated. But honestly, everything's put together. It's got the crane, titanium valve spring, titanium retainers with the crane valve springs. We got the Gates belt back on it with the Fidanza adjustable cam gears. We're going to more than likely tune those up a little bit later in the season. Right now, we're not even going to worry about taking them off the stock setting. We're not going to degree them in yet. I know a lot of people are wondering, why wouldn't you go ahead and do that? Kind of in a crunch for time and don't want to take a chance of messing anything up. And plus, I don't have the dial indicator gauges or anything like that to do that at this time anyway. We're going to get, hopefully, this thing off the stand here in just a little bit. We're going to mount it up to the tranny that came with busted, which is absolutely fucking filthy. I'm going to clean that up. And we're going to go ahead and run the battery location here in just a minute. Got my little heater supply going. And then at some point today, I'm really wanting to tear into this block. I know I ain't got a lot of time to really fuck with anything other than the drag car or busted, considering I'm literally a month out from it needing to be at the track running and competitive. But I want to tear this thing down and kind of look into it a little bit. I'm going to have to break into it for a friend. And as you can see, the cylinder walls are already starting getting some rusty glaze on them. So, yeah. We're going to probably just take this block and have it honed. At this point, that is really going to have if everything looks good when I take it apart. And I don't know that it's going to. But we'll look into it. Right now, what we're going to do is, like I said, we're going to take this manifold off. We're going to swap this one on that has the 270cc injectors that are a little bit bigger. And hopefully everything works out, guys. This is Nitro Kid 98. Just want to give you an update on Busted. And keep a look on the YouTube page and on the night, guys. Go to the Nitro Kid 98 Facebook page. I put up a lot of things telling you what's coming up before it actually comes up. We are going to be doing an eBay coilover review for the 95 through 99 Eclipse. I like keeping coilovers in my drag car so I can lift it and lower it on the slicks and get it set up and tuned just right. And I'm not going to be running Megans on this car because I really don't know how many seasons I'm going to really play with this thing. So I went ahead and got some, $400 eBay coilovers, non-dampening. You can't adjust the dampening, but I went ahead and got those, and I really want to do a review on them. My buddy has them on his 240. We're very happy with them. So I want to do a full unboxing and everything, a review of this, so guys can kind of know what you're getting yourself into if you decide to go that route and buy that. But as of right now, guys, this is Not Your Kid 98. I got to get this thing ready to go in that piece of crap. So that's where we're at, guys. Not Your Kid 98. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and please go on Facebook and check out Nitro Kid 98 Facebook page.